everyone's having a great night tonight. Today it's going to be just a chill stream. I don't really have an activity that I'm going to do today. Mostly just going to kind of hang out, chat, and try to handle some odds and ends. Because I have all these keys taking up space in my bank, and I really don't need them, so we're going to go to Shades of Mort'ton and go ahead and get that handled. I think that's where you build it at. Yeah, so I think this cave is where I need to go. It's been so long since I've done Shades of Mort'ton, I have no idea. Solid bronze door. Okay, so I think that gets where my bronze keys. Let's use that. Well, I do have a bronze red. Oh, hey, an achievement. Nice. Cool. Clue scroll. Let's see here. Where's... There it is. And then I've got several of the black ones. And then purple. So interesting. Okay. I didn't remember that there were actually shades in here. I probably should have brought some armor. But I don't know. They're not doing too much damage to me. I guess I'm fine. Alright, Steel Crimson. Oh, we got some fine cloth. How much is that worth these days? Oh, yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, a lot of these rewards are pretty meh. This would be great if I was like a brand new player. Yeah. Do you mind, Shade? Kind of busy here. Stop stealing my soul. Punch a ghost. Okay. Black skimming? Oh, that's not bad. Alright. Oh, fudge. I don't have a teleport. Okay. I guess I gotta walk out of here then. Probably should have had my, Luck of the Dwarves ring on. Hey, Adam Gems. How are you doing tonight? I love how I just drunkenly stumble through a town full of zombies. Lightning sword is cool. What is that skin? There's Great Blade. Interesting. Yeah, I'm doing alright. We're just gonna have a chill stream today. I don't have anything really too specific planned. I keep running into the issue that I'm running out of bank space. So mostly just handling some odds and ends to try to get some bank space cleared up. Like I had a bunch of these keys for getting loot to a minigame that were just taking up a ton of space in my bank. So that's currently what I'm doing right now, is redeeming these keys to get the rewards. Which were very meh rewards. Like, the best thing we got was a clue scroll. Most of these things I would not waste my time on. That was a weird UI glitch. It acts like I'm trying to sell 1,000 of them. Oh, both of these are off. Okay. I thought one was an offhand and one was regular. Well, at least they sold. Ah, okay. Well, we only sold one of these in 24 hours, so I'm just gonna salvage that for, well, literally junk. I was really hoping the fine cloth would have sold. Oh. Silver Stone Spirits I can just drop. That's not even worth anything. Oh my god. Killing me, game. Alright. And you know what? I had this up for sale last night too. So I don't want to just drop them on the ground. Let's just... okay, thank you, pop-up. Sell them for basically nothing. And actually, I'll just do the same thing for here. If someone could rather use it, that's better than just dropping it on the ground. Like, I don't even care if they're going to flip it for profit. Just, at least someone gets something from it. Oh my god. Alright, snake hides also were not really used, which is weird. That was a big deal for... I guess there's just not enough lower level players, because... oh my god, no one's buying these. Alright. You know what? Let's unnote them. And I'm just going to... oh, you have to tan them. Well, this is a great time to hop to World 2. Okay, loading weird. But this is what I needed. Let's tan that leather. And I'm going to need thread. Alright, I think snakeskin boots was kind of like the big deal, I feel like, in the past. Let's see here, do I have any thread already? I do. I do like the central building not rendering in quickly. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it definitely prioritized trying to load all these players. And let's see here, what load? Okay. Sometimes there's people all the way around this and it just doesn't even load it, but there's everyone's kind of just chilling in the front here. Yeah, so boots. When we talked yesterday about not giving up in drawing, I have sometimes the problem of giving up in half of the process and never finish. I mean, oh, I still can't use this. I don't know. I mean, like I said, it's even if you don't finish it, it doesn't look the way that you want it to. Like it wasn't a waste, and it can still be used in the future. Um, I've, I've started over on things before that I got halfway through with trying something out and it didn't really work. Um, but I usually like retry the same thing. All right, this snakeskin is just not selling. The boot sold, but the actual material itself isn't. I would also, I don't know, like maybe the things that you're trying to draw are too big of a project, and it's too daunting. Maybe try to break it down into smaller parts, and see if that helps. Because I had a drawing that I really liked the idea of, but I ended up not finishing it just because it was so big of a project that I got sick of working on it. Yeah, I'm doing well tonight, Gondola. I'm just doing a chill stream tonight because I've got too much odds and ends to kind of deal with in RuneScape. Not taking care of maintenance stuff has caught up with me, so my bank inventory is full. So I'm just trying to get that stuff handled. But no, my day's been fine. How's your day been? Alright, I'll leave 2 spaces because it probably won't let me take the reward if my inventory is full. I'm gonna wield that. Alright. Let's go get some more rewards. Been reasonable, nothing too exciting. Made some tears progress and did some exercise. So woo. Woo indeed. Yeah, getting exercise done and also having fun in a game, that's a good pair of things to have done today. Daughter gave me a very rude awakening this morning. She woke up early, so that was not ideal. So I feel like I spent half of the day just trying to keep the small child alive and not fall asleep. But second half of the day was good. She got a lot of free stuff from the library today because they're doing like a reading challenge, and she can't read yet, but she's let us, like, she's wanted to read a lot of books. Like, we didn't force her to read the books or anything. But she completed the challenge, so it was a lot of different things, like read a book you already have, read a new book, check out a non-book item from the library, start a new series of books, things like that. And I gotta go down to the black ones. That was the last steal. Okay. But yeah, so she got some cool stuff. She got some stickers. She got a book to keep from the library, and she got a a little like stuffed pig thing, which she loves. Oh, there's not even a shade in here. Okay. Willow logs. At least they're noted. How much is the kite shield worth? Oh, okay. That's decent, I guess. Oh, now there's a shade. We got another fine cloth, which would be fantastic if it would sell. You know what? How much are the remains worth? Because I think Yeah, because I remember purchasing like a crap ton of those to disassemble for invention pieces. I think it was Pious components. God, the music in this section is so dated. Alright, I don't think I have any purple. Black and black. Once I wanted to draw a couple from TV show and Bicycle and give up after redraw Bicycle because I was afraid to draw humans. Yeah, it's not easy to draw humans, especially if you're trying to do a realistic illustration. That is not easy. It's something I've struggled with. It's still struggle with. One of my most recent drawings, I completely messed up the nose. Yo, I got the hammer. How much is that now? Oh, you can't sell it. Well, I think I already have one, so I can just alch it. That's not an issue. Alright, now I gotta go to silver. Where's silver? Oh, that's down this way. Crap. Yeah, I think about the only way that I'm comfortable with drawing humans is if I'm doing it in pixel art. that's the only way that I can do a human and feel comfortable about it. And even then, I constantly question whether I did it right or not. Silver chest brown. Perfect. I had so many of these things. It's like these days, with their value, I wouldn't even bother to pick them up. Okay. I'll head back to the Grand Exchange, and I think we still have a few more keys. Maybe we can wrap that up. Well, so there's two sides to this. Boy, this really is not wanting to render stuff tonight. But yeah, so on one hand, you could do like the comic book artist special of just hiding things that you're not comfortable doing, like like if you don't know how to do feet or hands, like you always put gloves on them, or you put some kind of obstacle in the way that covers the feet, so that way you don't have to do it. That's one thing, but then also the other perspective is that the more that you avoid doing it, you're just not going to get better at it. So I don't know. I can't really say like, oh, you should definitely do this or definitely should not do that. Because I mean, there's pros and cons to each approach. God, none of this stuff is selling. Well, at least I've already got a slot for that. Let's sell the logs. Try to sell the things that I'm confident will sell. Let's see if these remains will sell. Yeah, look at that. I was expecting to get 4,000 coins and I got 10,000. The remains are better than anything I actually got from the chest. Thank you, invention skill. You know what? I'm not going to sell the runes. I could always use those. Redeemed a transformer fact. Okay. So in the new Transformers movie, Rise of the Beasts, I'm not going to spoil anything like important to it or whatever, but Mirage in that movie transforms into a Porsche. In the original G1 series, he did not turn into a Porsche. He turned actually into a Formula One car. But the Autobot Jazz is the one that actually turned into a Porsche. However, in the movie, Mirage actually takes several different vehicle forms, and one of them is his original Formula One race car. So it's a nice little homage to his original alternate form in the cartoon comics. Hydrate, okay. Let me get my water. I have been hydrated. And none of that salvage is selling. Oh my goodness, okay. You know, I know that someone will buy this. Oh, and also an extra added Transformer fact. It did not show him transform into this, but he did mention about transforming into a Ferrari. It likely did not show it because Ferrari licensing is absolutely ridiculous. But there was a character in one of the Michael Bay Transformer movies named Dino, or Dino. But anyway, he transformed into a Ferrari, but he was originally named Mirage. He was supposed to be who Mirage is. So not only did the movie reference his original alternate form in the 80s cartoon, but also reference the alternate form that the character that was based off of him would take in the Michael Bay movies. I'm just going to sell these really cheap. There we go. I knew someone would buy those. Come on, steel salvage. Yeah, there we go. Kite shields, come on. Yeah. Oh, I forgot about this amulet of magic. Alright, then we'll put the fine cloth back up for sale. And then we're just going to disassemble the salvage. We just got straight junk from it. That's great. I'll just do that. Alright, I think these are the only keys. Let me double check. Yeah, these are the only ones for that minigame. Alright, well, let's teleport back to Kniphus, and we'll get the whole last of those redeems. I was going to try to get Slayer Challenge scrolls today. Well, I mean, it was realistically I wasn't going to get one because they're an insanely rare. Person was invisible. They're an insanely rare drop. I think it's like 1 in every 5,000 kills, and there's some that I have definitely killed more than 5,000 times and still have not gotten it. But you know, that's probability for you. But I didn't realize until today, very late in the day, that there's now an item that increases the drop chance of those, but I don't have access to that item at the moment, so I'm not going to worry about that for now. I'll wait until I do the quest line that gives me access to those. I really need to take time to do questing, because some of these quests I have no excuse for not doing. They provide so much value that it's about criminal that I haven't done them yet. Alright, what was that? Red. We do have red, and then also brown. So both of these. Okay. More fine cloth. More fine cloth? It'd be great if it would sell. Oh, battle staff. I'm like, I got a stick? How much are these worth now? Were they like 1k before? Oh, 3k, okay. That rune? That is rune. Oh, that's tiny salvage though, so it's not that great. U-logs. Okay, there we go. Should... Oh no, that's also 6,000. Wow. Okay. Oh, we're done with that. So, to feel more confident in drawing, I need practice even if I struggle and get angry. Yeah, I mean, just practice, practice, practice. If it's too daunting, like I said, try to break it down into like smaller projects. Um, like if like if you're having difficulty with doing heads and faces, don't try to do whole human characters. Don't even try to do a whole human face. Just practice like elements of the face. Practice doing like proportions. So like the size of the head compared to a torso. So that doesn't even take like a lot of detail or anything to do that. Try practicing drawing eyes, drawing ears, drawing noses, mouths. It's a lot less daunting if you break it down like that. And then once you get good at doing eyes, then like you know how to do eyes. It doesn't take any effort to do them. So when you start drawing, the whole face, it's you've already done eyes 1,000 times. So that's the best advice I can give is just try to break it down into smaller projects. Especially if you're looking to do like a high quality detailed kind of illustration. Like if you're going like the cartoonist route or something like that, then it honestly doesn't even matter. Like different art styles is I think something that really attracts people. Holy crap, that was actually worth a decent bit, a lot more than I thought. But yeah, and I mean, if like very realistic illustrations is what you're particularly attracted to, trying to produce, then I would practice that. But if you're open to other kinds of art forms, like maybe try doing like cartoons and stuff, because they're much, I don't want to say they're easier, but they're much simpler designs. So it's something that you could probably grasp easier with practice, because there's not as much to it as a highly detailed, realistic illustration. Definitely not easy though. Not anyone can just be a cartoonist, but I think it's less things that you have to perfect with practice. Let's see here. Vire Corpse. we can do something with that. So I think I need a special kind of log for that. Let me look up. Because I might need to get some sacred oil. You need the pyre logs. Yeah, teak pyre logs. Okay. I know it has to at least be teak, but it can be all the way up to elder. Is there a benefit other than fire making XP to do that? Because teak logs are kind of expensive. I'd rather do eucalyptus. Oh, interesting. Doing the cremations improves sun spear, flail, and all blisterwood weapons. Okay, well, I guess I need to start killing more of those. Well, I guess we can do that tonight. Alright, let me go back to chat. I want, like, by Disney or manga. Well, I mean, if you look at Disney, there are so many different art styles represented in all of their different IPs that, I mean, you have a lot of different art styles that you can try, a lot of different techniques, and I mean, some of them are, I think, are pretty simple compared to others. I mean, this is 3D modeling, not illustration, but comparing like um, I mean, like Frozen to Turning Red. Those were very different methods of 3D modeling. So like I said, that's just 3D modeling. In terms of uh, like illustrated animation, there's definitely differing art styles in that as well. Because like I think if you look at like Jungle Book and Alice in Wonderland, I think Alice in Wonderland has a lot more detailed character faces and stuff, whereas Jungle Book I think is still like well drawn and animated, but I think it's a little bit more simplistic. All right, let's see here. I'll equip a salve amulet. Let's put this. Okay, here we go. Take the flail, and then let's go Bandos and Void because I still don't have a better helmet. Grab that cape. I think this is a two-hand weapon, isn't it? Oh, well. Okay, yeah, it's a two-hand weapon. Alright, can I examine this and see? Okay, I guess there's not really any way for me to tell how many I've gotten until I get the achievement. Only one Disney art style I hate is Star Butterfly or Kif. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know what those are. Alright, well... So I know I've definitely killed corpses. Not the corpses, but I've killed the fire before. I just don't know how many. I don't think there's a way for me to check the progress on that. Let's see here. What is that achievement called? Ivan is flailing. He switch over here. Nope, not that window. Not that window. Here we go, achievements. And Future Worm was ugliest. Yeah, I don't know what Future Worm is either. I mean, I see where he said TV shows, but I don't think I've ever heard of those. Except possibly the Star Butterfly one. Wasn't there like a show like Star and the Forces of Evil or something like that? I don't know anything about it, but I feel like that's one I heard. I don't know if it's a Mauritania one. Okay, I don't think it's one of those. Here we go. Ivan is flailing. Ah, there we go. Alright, 100. Okay, so it's in lore. So I got 161 out of 500. Alright, I guess we're just gonna kill those. And CalArt style beanie head. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, it's... I don't know. Like I said, people like different kinds of art styles. I don't think you can really... Because I'm sure there's someone who likes that kind of art style but doesn't like the kind of art styles that you tend to prefer. So it's... I don't think you can really go wrong. Like, as long as you put in effort, and like continually hone your creations, and your skills. I don't think that you necessarily need to have like a specific kind of style or something, or need to focus on a specific kind of style, because people like all kinds of different stuff. I wanted to attack this one, please. Thank you. Oh, I'm not even wearing my amulet, so I can't use that. So I guess I'm not healing. Alright. Alright. Oh, good. They stack now. They used to not do that. Like Cinderella style, or like from 90s? Like Lilo and Stitch? Trying to think of what animated Disney movies came out in the 90s. Yeah, I pretty much like all different forms of art. I can't say that there's any specific kind of art style that I dislike. Yeah, I don't know. I think I mean, Transformers animated, like I clearly have preferences. Like I wasn't the biggest fan of the art style in Transformers animated because it was like the um, like really bad posture kind of designs where they always like stand somehow simultaneously stiff and at a curve um, while having really broad um, like body parts, like gigantic like Jay Leno style chins. like, um, it was a very stylized art design, and I don't think it's bad, but it wasn't like I definitely don't prefer it over other art styles. I did not realize how badly these Firewatch are tearing me apart. I almost wonder if I would do better just going into Void armor because the magic's really tearing through the Spandos armor. I don't mind CGI. Some people get a lot more disturbed by it than others. I don't know. Sometimes it can be jarring if it's not done well. Um, like, well, just as a Transformer example, um, Transformers Energon had like 3D CGI mixed with like 2D cell shaded. And it didn't always look the best. It was kind of weird. And Transformers Cybertron also was kind of the same way. Let's see here. Where's... Let me look up Void. Oh, this is... Oh, no, that's right. There's not actually armor. You just wear the robes. Okay. Robes, Void Knight top. Except I'm not actually wearing them. So wear the gloves too. Alright, I'll just keep the boots. And I'm kind of curious because, I mean, I do like the Salve Amulet, but let me try wearing the Essence Finality and see if it will let me use Healing Blade with this, because it's a two-handed weapon, so I think it will let me. Even though it's a flail. So we'll go this way. But yeah, I don't mind CGI. Like, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 6 had a lot more CGI in it than like some of the previous series, and for a lot of people, they thought it was really jarring, and I did not think so. Like honestly, I feel like it was blended in well enough that I didn't even notice that things were CGI most of the time until after the fact. Yeah, we can Healing Blade. Sweet. Never tried using Blender, and I'm afraid it is too hard. I mean, Blender can kind of be broken up into different parts because it is a massive program that does a lot of different things. The user interface can also be pretty scary. But like, I hate UV mapping. It is the bane of my existence. But just doing simple modeling is not that bad. But I wouldn't recommend Blender to start with for 3D modeling. I would say go use Tinkercad just to get used to 3D modeling. It really isn't bad. Since I have Healing Blade, I can go ahead and pop on that prayer. But yeah, Tinkercad is free, and it's a really simple interface. That's what the school system I used to work at used to teach middle schoolers how to 3D model. And then Tinkercad, yeah, I'll type it in the chat for you. You know what? Actually, I'll do you one better. Just like Google real quick. Not Google. Yeah, there we go. Just making sure that it was a .com. But yeah, it's a product by Autodesk, which they make like well, they made 3ds Max, they made Maya, a lot of 3D modeling programs that are industry standards. Blender, I feel like, is very similar to 3ds Max, and then also they use 3D modeling for more like engineering kind of things, like AutoCAD. It's used a lot in architecture, construction. But yeah, I would try that, and then SketchUp is pretty similar to Tinkercad, but I don't think I would recommend going into SketchUp because it is kind of like the natural progression from Tinkercad, but SketchUp is, I feel like, in the wrong direction from something like Blender. I've found that people have difficulty moving from that kind of style of 3D modeling into how you do modeling and sculpting and stuff in Blender. Then there's also, what is it, like Womp or something like that? That's kind of I don't know. It's 3D modeling, but it's very weird. It's also not how you would do stuff in Blender, but it's another method, I guess. And I can, I'll put the link to that as well. And I think it's browser-based as well, so you don't even have to install anything. I think Tinkercad is also, yeah, Tinkercad's also browser-based. That's another 3D modeling program. And then, of course, you know, Blender is also free with it being open source. I love drawing in Sketchbook because it's easier than Photoshop. Yeah, yeah. I mean, typically what I do is I just draw on paper and then I'll like take a picture of it and adjust the contrast and stuff, and then I'll put it into a photo editing program. If I'm going to draw from scratch digitally, then I mean, I would use Adobe Illustrator, but Inkscape is primarily what I use because I can't afford Adobe Illustrator. Inkscape's really good for vector graphics. I'm actually running out of prayer. Wow, ditto. I have Ultra Ball. Oh, okay, I got you. I thought you meant like a literal sketchbook, like paper. Alright, I think I'm gonna have to unpiety. And healing blade some to kind of build up my prayer points. I think I'm going to run back to the bank and heal in there. I might be better off instead of running piety, just doing protect from magic. So the magic seems to be what's hurting me the most. And protect from magic's not going to use as many of my prayer points. Hit the thing. There we go. Oh, I don't have the deflector. Oh, I didn't catch the ditto. Dang it. Come on, use healing blade. There you go. Yeah, I wish I didn't have to use this flail. Maybe we'll use Sun Spear or even Blisterwood. Definitely make this a faster process, but I have not progressed in that quest line enough to do that. Yeah, I definitely feel like I'm doing better using the Protect from Magic. Just sucks that I don't get the attack and strength boost with Piety. But I wouldn't be able to build up enough prayer points otherwise. Okay, well, I guess we do have an activity tonight. I thought it was just going to be me cleaning up my bank, but I accidentally stumbled across something to do. I mean, realistically, there's plenty of things to do, but the more accurate thing is my ADHD lassoed me into doing something other than what I was supposed to be doing, which was cleaning out my bank. This is going to be a grindy process, but I think we're already like 2/5 of the way, so it's not too bad. People recommend Krita. I'm aware of Krita, but I haven't used it before. So I won't be able to give you any pros or cons about it. These things are so hard to click on. I feel like I'm still losing prayer points faster than I'm getting them. Still so sad I didn't get that Ditto. Ditto is one of my favorite Pokemon. Ditto is almost exclusively what I drop in gyms on Pokemon Go. I love that blank face that it has. But my favorite Pokemon is Scyther. So ideally, I would have a Ditto that transforms into a Scyther. Gondola, are you playing Unite? Used up my adrenaline before I could click on it. Okay. I'm gonna... Well, you know what? I've got health. Let's build up these prayer points. What was called vector drawing program? Yeah, Inkscape. Let me get you the link for that. You okay there, browser? Alright, browser froze up for a second. My browser needs to update, so that's probably why. There you go, there's the link for it. It's a little hefty of a program. Can't remember how big the file size is, but I remember it took a little while for it to install. Yeah, and I feel like it's set up pretty much very, very much in the same vein as Adobe Illustrator. So if you have any experience with Illustrator, you should be able to pick up Inkscape really quickly. And no, you haven't really mentioned Photoshop, but if you need a free alternative to Photoshop, I use Photopea. It is set up almost exactly like Photoshop. Sketchbook has a lot of flaws. I mean, I feel like that's just about any program, honestly. Especially in more recent times. But I can put up with free programs having flaws than paying several $100s for programs that have flaws. Alright, I think when I have to go to the bank to heal next, I think we'll wind things down from there. Gondola, run out the Quasi. Okay, well that's good to know that Quasi's online. We'll raid Quasi in a bit. I hate when Quasi gets on like 5 minutes after I end stream because I end up having to raid someone else. But then I don't want to leave the other person to go watch Quasi, so that I just have two streams up at the same time. It gets a little rough. I mean, you know, Quasi's one of my best friends that, you know, we've been friends since what, like 2007. So it's like I'm going to defer to him for raids, but if he's not online, I gotta raid someone. I mean, I guess I don't have to raid anyone, but I'd prefer to raid someone. You know, ironically, I turned off my prayer so that way I would take extra damage, just that way I could start building up more prayer points. And I was just going to heal in the bank. But I'm actually gaining more health than I'm losing right now without prayer on. Found his channel in 2020. Yeah, we met playing Xbox, playing Halo 3. It's just a complete stroke of luck that we actually live within driving distance of each other. But yeah, I remember when he first started doing YouTube channels, or YouTube Let's Plays. Because I still had, I remember talking to him over Facebook Messenger about one of his videos that he did. It was, I can't remember what game it was. It was one of those like browser-based physics engine car games. Or it's kind of like Excite Bike from the NES, but it was like cars going over basic shapes like triangles and stuff. I cannot remember the name of that game though. It's one of those popular browser games that kids like to play in school. But anyway, I remember him talking about that, and I had just graduated and was trying to get into doing game design professionally. And I talked to him about doing some game testing for a while, but then it ended up not panning out. We kept losing members of our team and having difficulty replacing it because, I mean, no one wants to work for free. So it's a lot of people drop out of a project before it gets completed. Yeah, it really is a shame because some people were especially talented that I hate that things didn't pan out because they really deserve their work to have been noticed and recognized. He had some cool ideas too. But I think that's partially why people like what's his last name? Eric, whatever his name is, that created Stardew Valley is especially inspiring to me, is because he did all of that himself, and I think that's probably sort of the way to go. I think like for some games you definitely need a team of people, but I think it's probably, if you're going to get into game design and do it indie, probably the best way is to just work on it by yourself for as long as you can, and then add people who are willing to, that are interested in your game and are wanting to help you, rather than try to build a team from the start and just kind of, have like a checklist of people that you think you need. Um, I don't think that really works out. Well, I mean, if you're interested in making games, Unity's probably one of the best ways to start. I mean, um, we taught middle schoolers how to use Unity and make games. School that I worked at, so it's um, that would probably be the best advice I could give with how the industry currently is. I think Unity is probably one of the best starting points. I can't believe we healed so much. Like, we're at full prayer points, and we're healing pretty nicely right now. It's crazy. But I think I'm going to go ahead and wind it down anyway, though. Because I really thought that I would have needed to heal long before now. So we're going to take this corpse. Then run back to the bank. Quasi's playing Yakuza. Interesting. Alright. Well, thank you for hanging out tonight, everyone. I guess we made some progress on that achievement that I did not think that we were going to be doing tonight, because I really thought it was just going to be me cleaning out my bank. But, I mean, we did have some success there. We got rid of all of those keys that I had stored in there. And at least we got, like, over 20 empty spaces now. So, I guess mission accomplished. But yeah, thank you, Adam Gems Gondola, for chatting, and everyone watching. I appreciate it. And I'm going to go ahead and start the raid for Quasi. And yeah, tomorrow. So here, tomorrow's Saturday. I think tomorrow is going to be the last time that I stream for a little bit, because Monday and Tuesday I'm going to be out of town, and Sunday is going to be a really busy day for me, and then I got to pack to leave. So, yeah, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, not going to really be able to stream at all. Tomorrow we're going to attempt to do Soul Wars minigame. We'll see if anyone's playing it, because that's how minigames are. But then, yeah, if not Soul Wars, then I guess we might continue doing the achievement for the what are they called? Virus, killing the virus. But yeah, so let's go raid Quasi. Have a great night, everyone.